All right, my name is Olaseni. I'm the founder and lead facilitator of Young Empower Programmers YEP. Now, YEP is an initiative that helps kids, that trains kids actually from the ages of 5 and 16 with the skills to code. And we've been doing this for about a year now. And so far, about 1,000 kids have been touched by our initiative, both in Lagos and Ogun States. We do this by using different platforms, and one of our platforms is Coding Made Easy for primary and secondary schools, which we run in schools as a co-curricular activity. So we run it as a subject in schools. So we give kids assessments and we grade them at the end of every term. We also have coding clubs, which we have in selected areas, selected locations around. And what we do is that we have a club whereby kids come and learn, and there are also internship opportunities also for these kids as they come to learn. We also have mathematics enhancement program, which we are going to be starting very, very soon. And lastly, we have our home services, whereby you can get our services directly in the comfort of your homes, whereby your kids could be trained at home. Well, Young Power Programmers started when I was actually serving in Ogun State. That's the NYSC scheme. I was posted to a school and I was meant to teach SS1 and SS2 students computer science in school. And something struck me. I was quite startled with what I actually found out. I found out that kids were taught computer science without any practical knowledge of what the computer is. Now, what I mean is, for instance, I'm teaching kids Corel Draw. I'm teaching them Microsoft Word, but there is no computer for these kids to actually practicalize what they have been taught. They're just hearing stories of what it's all about. They're just hearing about toolbars, tax bars, and so many other things which they are not actually familiar with. So this struck me, and I was quite startled about this, and I decided to do something about it. So what I did was every day I took my laptop to school to make sure that I actually gave these kids a practical know-how of what they were taught. So I'm teaching Microsoft Word. I have the laptop in front of them and showing them everything I'm teaching. So actually these kids can actually practicalize and actually work on what they've been taught. So it was an eye-opener for me, because I found out that many of these kids were actually having an interaction with the computer for the very first time. Some were actually seeing a computer for the very first time, and it was quite startling. And I came back to Lagos, made a lot of research, and I found out that it was not only in Ibadan, but actually Lagos also. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of kids, a lot of things out there that do not even know how to use the computer. So far, so good. We've been able to impact a lot of kids in Lagos and Ogun States, and we've been able to train them on how to code. Recently also, I was nominated for the Future Awards Prize for Education in recognition of what we've been doing, and it's actually an eye-opener. Actually made me to understand that there's still a lot of work to be done, and there's also great prospects in what we are doing, and people actually believe in what we are doing. The future for Africa, like I say to people, I say Africa is at the forefront of a technological revolution. And many times when I say that, people are startled, like, what do you mean? With the likes of Facebook, Google, and even Microsoft, which are not even African startups, which are not even African techies. Why would you say that? Well, the reason why I say that is because research has shown that there's a huge void in the tech space out there. That means that there is need for techies, but there are not enough techies to fill those needs. So that is why you see all these guys coming down to Africa to look for these techies. Mark Zuckerberg was here in Nigeria. The head of Google was here in Nigeria. Why are they coming to Nigeria? They know that there's something happening in Nigeria, and they are coming to get these techies, get these skills, so that they can actually help fill those voids out there. So that is where Young Empower Programmers comes in. So we are actually preparing these kids and teens for the future. We are preparing them to enter into that tech space. We are preparing them to actually fill that void